Nah, the counter. Okay. Today I will be recording a tutorial about how to create a data pipeline, a simple data pipeline. It's just for practice, nothing bigger. It's just me doing a pipeline because sometimes I forget how to do things. So this is part of my notes because I frequently I record me doing this kind of things. And later when I'm working on project in my job, I am always consulting this video. So this is part of my practice. Today, Media is, is with me. He will be giving me constructive comments, right? We are not going.
Obviously, I just give those done.
Okay, he will try not to destroy my ideas. So
Oh my
let's
god.
begin. Let's begin with this. Um,
Okay, we're
let me
ready.
let me share my screen.
Okay.
This one. Tell me if you're seeing my screen.
Yeah, can you make it a little bit bigger?
Okay, are you seeing three functions? Extract.
Yeah,
trans-
ELT, it
¿Con qué
says
app quieres escuchar
ELT.py.
esto?
Okay, so the idea is this. We are going to create a simple data pipeline. And so let's start. In a simple data pipeline, there are three steps: extract data, transform data, and load data. So this is
Mhm.
the normally process of all data pipeline is doing. Let's go to print something here. Extracting data from a source,
Mhm.
trans,
Mhm.
transforming data, and loading data. Loading data means saving the data in the destination, right? So
Okay.
to begin, let me create a Python environment. Let me
Okay.
so
So when you say extract data, I mean it's a little bit broad, don't you think?
okay. I will connect to a source. Get maybe in this moment we will use a public API, maybe a cat API that I have already. So let's get the information from there, and
Mm.
that's what I mean with extract data. And that's bring me to the question: what what other things can mean extract data?
No, it's fine. I mean, it's a little bit broad in the sense of the function name. I
Ah,
think it should be
okay,
like a little bit more specific
okay,
because you can extract a lot of type of data.
okay,
Um,
okay. Let's create my virtual environment. Do you know that you can have a lot of version of Python with this library is called PyN? I didn't
yeah,
know that. I have a lot of these ones. So let's create a
yeah,
new.
you can have a lot of like versions, and you choose depending on the
Yeah,
libraries that you're using because compatibility issues, you know.
practice pipeline pipeline. Yeah. Okay. Which Python? It should be. Okay. All right. So let's start with this. I need something here that you need to put is if main this one. Thanks to my thanks for my AI.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay, let's test this. Well, let's go to run our simple pipeline. Python EOT py. What's happening here? It's like missing position argument table. Okay, I will delete this for now.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the normally uh, simple pipeline. I will rename this to I don't know, pipeline. Pipeline. Okay, first, let me take my notes. Okay, one thing that I think. I have, okay, I will be copy and pasting code from another monitor that I have because I already did this. So I am just, so, okay, I already did this. So this is part of the, I don't want to forget what I did. That is
Okay.
that
And
is
you're
the
gonna go
reason
like step by
of the video.
step. Hmm.
Yeah. For example, the beginning. Okay, this all the steps. Okay, and this is a simple pipeline. And let's start with a simple API. Let me search the API. Okay, this is the URL that we are going to use. API, oops, URL, right? This is,
Is that the one called the cat API? Oh yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So, and we are going to use the breeds. We'll keep it there. Breeds. Okay, got
Okay.
it. So let's track data from this simple API. So for that, I will use my intelligence to do that. For example, oh, I don't know if I have it installed here. Okay, let me search to my, okay, I
Do
have
you
it.
need like additional requirements to install or something?
No, 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 no. Let's say create, make, no, you know what? I will do this. It will be faster. I will give the AI context. I always do this. And I have this button, Ah, that one. Yay. Distracting. Yay. Okay. I need to import
You need to
the
import requests.
the request. Got it. So let's run it. Pipeline. No, the request has no attribute get. Obviously.
Shouldn't
Oh,
the call the library be request like
yeah, the
in
one that I
plural?
want.
But I don't know why it's showing request.
Yes, request. Request.
It's
Plural,
requests,
in plural, right?
and then you like
Yes,
import
import.
requests.
Uh, fucking AI. Sorry. So let's.
This PG-13 what's happening?
Yeah. Uh, request name is nothing. I need to install
You need to install it.
the pip. I don't.
The request.
Request. Get
Okay.
that one. Okay. Okay. I'm having, but I am not printing nothing because we need to do something
You
like
need
this.
to
Response
um
dot JSON, I guess. JSON. Yeah, that one. Yeah, we have data. Okay. Now, first step done. We are getting data from our source. And
mm-hmm.
okay, now we are going to transform the data. So the raw data here, we need to return it from this bar.
Yeah.
Return. And our transform data will receive that data.
You don't need the parentheses, remember. The first parentheses.
Mm, response. And we are going to send into our transformation raw data. And later we can data transform.
Let's use transform data because you have raw data.
Okay, transform data will be sent to our load data.
Yeah.
In our old load data, we'll use that information and we will be saving it in some place. I don't know where. So let's run this. I'm not printing. Okay, obviously, I'm not printing nothing. Okay, our simple data structure, data pipeline is working now. This
Okay.
is where is put something a little difficult is what will happen if we have several places to connect. No, this is interact. We need to do it in a way that we can change between sources.
Mm-hmm.
So what I what we are going to do are I would like to use interfaces. I would create something like I don't know connectors, connector interfaces. So what I'm going to do here, I will to use we create a class called connectors uh, ELT, and this will be our base class. I always like to use the data classes library
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to write a lot of things that you normally have to do. So this is our
Okay.
class. Always like this class will be used like an interface in Python. It's called abstract class. So we are going to
Mm-hmm.
use another library called ABC. So now we are going to do that this class inherit from ABC. And this is our base connector. So the idea is each connector that you want to use, it will do the same process. So let's declare here the
Like from
normal,
different source.
yes, the structure that every connector should have. For example, this one extract data, so pass. Another one, transform data. Now it's working. And load data, right? So let's go
Mm-hmm.
to import the abstract here, abstract method, and that's it. This is our, hmm, why is the accounts not defined? It's misspelling. Is this one?
Oh.
Okay, got it. Okay, we have our interface. Now we need a connector, right? We are going to create a connector from using that
The class.
the class. So let's do it. And create a connector. We call it. I need the data class here also. From data class, import data class. So the data class equal to a class called let's connect cat API connect. In this one, I'm going to inherit from connector ETL. That's it. Okay, got it. And there is another method here that we need to add. Will be abstract method plus no, it's wrong because this is the part that will orchestrate all the process in our
Mm-hmm.
connector. So we have our connector cat, right? Now we need to define all these methods will be defined inside of our connector. That's it
Mm-hmm.
now. So and now we need our run method. That's it. You see? And now, like if we want to use our cat connector, we just do we need to run this command and it will do the same. Take reservation, extract. Oh, sorry, I forget. I will forget at the self
Mm,
in each one of these, because now we are inside a class.
yeah.
I think it's working. So this is the magic of create an interface of a connector. Comments until so far.
Okay. So basically, what you're trying to say is that you're gonna reusing. I mean, you're gonna create multiple classes in case you have like a dog API connector,
Mhm.
uh, like dogs, like any kind of animal, whatever. Um, okay, so we already have the extraction in theory, which is like just the JSON that you want to. Do you plan to save it somewhere or just like to keep it in the JSON?
Let's keep it simple because there are a couple additional things that I would like to do. Okay, now this cat connector, if you see, is heavily hard coded here with this code. So it can only work with this cat API. But in the real world, maybe you have another version of another client, you know,
Another
and
API. Mhm.
yes, another API. So and you want to change the the client. So
So
I will
basically, you should be actually you should be providing it to the front
correct.
end.
So for that, I have this idea. Let's create another interface that will call it connector client. It will use the ABC, will be another abstract class, and this it will have the name of the client, right? And moving on, we will have the type of connect of the client.
And what would be the different types?
Because I was thinking that maybe this is a client for an API, maybe it's a client for a database, maybe it's a client
Mm.
for database API. What
It could
other?
be files. It could be
It could
files.
be a file, it could be that. And we will have a configuration that normally is a dictionary. And for that, we need to use field because for some reason, data class always complain about when you use a dictionary, you need to create a default value using this way to do it. And default, the, the, no, default factory. Yeah, here you can put it. Okay, that's it. So let's create our client. Okay, let's see. Let's create a class, another data class, and create, for example, you know what? This is, I will change the name of the connector. Let's say cat connector because it's a pipeline that is, the purpose of the pipeline is process
To
information
handle the information cuts. Mhm.
yes, the, the idea is process information about cats, and the source can be any source. In this
Not
moment,
necessarily API. Mhm.
yes, for example, in this moment, we can use the cat API like a source, you know. So we have this client, and this is going to no wait, don't be rushed. I connect the client. So now go to Magic. Okay, we have this one. Okay, now we have our client, and what are the property that we define are this one. And let's say this is a cat API client. The type is a API, and the configuration will be, for now, we are not going to put a configuration. That's it. So
Okay.
now let's
You
make
pass
our,
it to this class.
yeah, first one. Wait, let me update the name here. So first, we will create a client, and we will create our cat client. And here we need to pass the configuration, the config.
Mm-hmm.
In here we can have, let's say, a secret. mm, No, normally a secret ID. In some API, this is the normal thing, and the secret. That's it. Okay. In the real world, these values will come from an end variable. So,
Yeah.
so
Or a bolt.
yeah, you get the idea. You just need first create the client. And you know what? Can we do that? Let's create
You can encrypt them.
a, a dot end variable. And according to the cat documentation, let me see. We need something called, wait for me, um, API key. So let's put cat API key. And let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have one. Let me search it.
Yeah, you
And
have one when you create your account, you provide one.
let's say this is the value. Okay.
Mhm.
And let's add it here. For now, it's just we only need one value. So let's say
API key or something, or do you
cat
know?
API key. So from here we need
So this
to,
dictionary it will have different values.
yeah, yes, yes. Normally, like we are creating in this moment only a cat API client. It just only need this one. But if you create another client, you need to put the configuration here. That's the magic of only set the configuration like a dictionary. You can send any configuration depending of the type of the API of the client that you are creating. So let's test this if we have problems. Cat API error. Doesn't exist. API error. Oh wait, we need to load here the a lot. Uh, Let me search in internet. Uh, Load and variables. Python.m is the name of
Mhm,
is the name
mhm.
of the library, and later you only need to use it in this way. Let me copy it. That's it. Should work. Okay, here we are getting errors. Why are we getting errors? JSON. Wait, I just want to test the client. It's working,
Yeah, it's the other one.
and here we are. Just want to see if information. Yes, we have our client, and you see you have the value there. So now Cat's Run is complaining about a model. What the hell? Let me search. No, now it's not complaining. I don't understand.
Okay, let's
Okay,
see.
now
Now you need to
now we
pass the client.
yes, now we need to pass the client because we want our Cats connector can use any kind of client. So let's do it. Um, mhm. This will use a source client or source client of the type connector client. This is the cool things to use interface. And
Mhm.
our struct, and we should do it here, our struct. Actually, I need to move this to the top bottom because if will complaining. So all our extract methods should define a source client of the type client. So now we do it this one, with this method, where source client is the types of client. And that's it. So let's do it. And now you
But
can,
how are you using the source client then?
yeah. Right. In theory, normally when you have a client, you need to connect first to the client, right? For
Mhm.
example, when you put the credential, there is always a method called connect or a say or dot session, and that we will return you uh, a client that you can use, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, let's try to replicate that behavior. So in our client, let's declare an abstract method called connect. The idea is we need to call this method first to connect to our API that will return us a client that we can use, right? This is in theory. Okay, so let's get our cat API connector. Let's create a connect method. That's it. Okay, and let's create the logic. Let me see if I have it in my notes here.
We're using code.
So, so the APRL it can be it will be good if it's here because like this is the client. He's he's the class that in theory should know about what URL to use, right? Because
But
this
should it
one.
be like, should it be in the config or something? Because not every. Oh, okay, no, never mind, never mind.
No, no,
Oh
yes, you
yeah,
should
yeah,
know
yeah.
about that because this client is specific for
Yeah,
that.
it's specific. Yeah, I thought it was the main. Yeah.
Correct. In theory, we can use here API URL and we can request this one. Okay. Let's test it. So, microphone. Okay, we need to pass our client, source client, and we need to pass it to here, source client, that one. So the struct method can start using it. And our struct method, the first thing that we need to do before extract the data is connect to the client. And we have this method connect. In
But the
theory,
connect shouldn't it be like not doing the specific API. I mean the specific path. Just like, usually APIs have like a it's okay or something path. I mean, you're
I,
already connecting to the bridge in Connect. Do you want to
I
do
am
that
using
that way?
normally an APIs always have a method, endpoint to
Yeah,
check
no problem.
if you can connect to the API.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In this case, I am using this one because yesterday I already test. If you use this endpoint and you don't have the API key, it tells you that you need that. So this is just for our example, right? But
Oh, okay.
normally, but
Yeah,
no,
normally it's gonna be like health. I think it's called
mhm,
that.
it will
Health.
be
Check
like
health.
test connection or something like that. But I
Yeah.
am using Brit in this moment,
Okay.
just for the sake of the
The purpose of the demo. Okay.
yeah. Let's test it. Mm, Missing cat connector run missing. I am not passing the client here. Okay, source client. It will be a client. Got it. Okay, an error there. It's called string objects not callable. Wait. Yeah, because it's a string, not a method. It's working. Okay, and we are not getting an error. So that's mean that we have a client. So here is suppose that if the connection is cool, we should
Mhm.
return a client in theory, here, a client that
Could be
you can use.
reused.
Yeah, yes.
Mhm.
Let's return for now a dictionary. So in theory, uh, this is not a food, but let's say so let's print in here. Bring client. Let's see. Yeah,
If
we
it's
are getting.
returning the client, should be called like get client, like
Hmm.
the
In this
method.
moment, in this case, I will say self. It will returning in self,
Mm.
because this is the he's the client, right?
Mm.
He's already connected. Okay. How can we use the configuration? Because we are not using the configuration, right? Until in this moment.
Because you're connecting direct. I mean, you're making the call.
Yeah. So let's do something interesting. Let's use a post init here. When this cat client is instantiated, we will call this post method that what we will do, it will create a custom header. This is a specific for the API, for the cat API. You need that header in the request in order to allow you to return on J data. So in this case, we can go to config. This is the configuration that is passing, and we are getting it from here, right? Because this is a configuration that you are passing to cat client. So
Mhm.
when the cat client instance is created, so we get that configuration and we create our custom header. So when you are connecting, we can, in theory, we can pass that to the request. Let me search it here, how to do
As a
that.
header thing.
Yes, we can pass it here like headers, and we can use it like this. So that way, the connector, we will use the configuration, it should be work. Yeah. So right now we have a client connected. Now our connector need to have access to, let me check so how can we do this in an elegant way? To me, uh, I will, I did it in this way, okay? uh, Create an inner class inside the client. And I am not putting here in our abstract client because not all the client will be of the type API,
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe we can have database in other ones. So let's add it only in our specific cat API. So I will
Mm.
create another data class. And this one I will call it API. Uh, and this one it will have, for example, a
You
method
use
called,
you used classes instead of data class. The decorator
okay, complete me now.
is
Why?
data class. Is data
The
class.
data class, sorry.
Mm.
So, okay, we have our API, and actually I will put it in lowercase. I know, because it feels weird. So, gets breathe. And this one, it will have a self, and
Why
here,
would it be weird? The classes are usually are.
yeah, response, wait a minute, So this one will get all the breeds. Get me all the breeds.
Basically, in the client
API.
you are getting, yeah, and basically in the client you are adding all the methods, all the endpoints that you're gonna be using,
Yeah,
like
headers.
an API. Okay.
Yeah, I am repeating myself doing the same request. So for that, I will use a helper that I have created yesterday. That's
Mm.
called make request. And this one is going to we reduce several things that we need to do. I don't want this one. Prints. What other name? Typing. Import, not from typing, import any. That's it. So now we can use make and we can replace this one here. It will be faster. No, that's the cool thing. And we can send our header, self headers in theory. That's it. So we can start
But you
writing.
don't have response anymore.
Wait. I'm in the process. And header. Let me copy this one. These are the headers that we need to use this API. That's it. And the request, response, and the URL. So the URL, we need a URL. So we need to pass it here. And what is the name of this one? URL. It's time string. Got it. So these to fill are mandatory
Mandatory.
for now. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm, no, and where is the okay here fill? That's it. And now, and wait for me. I need the URL, the API. I will call the self.api plus our breeds. Now that's how we need to work. Return, and we will use the URL that is passing. We use the header, the headers should be headers. That's it. So when and this it will have an API that it will be of the type, and this is a cool thing that I figured out once a day. You can add the type of that variable using a string. It's like a annotation, you know. For example, you can
Should it
say
be should it be like URL instead of API?
that one. You see what?
URL.
No. This is just the definition that this
Oh,
API we
oh,
will have a property called API of this type, you know, and I am setting none for the moment. So now, when the connection was successful, what we can do is if we return, so we can create, we can assign to self.api
mm, okay.
the oh this is done. Wait for me. Okay. Wait for me. I am searching my notes. I need to do it in this way. That's it. So we are instantiating this class, passing this URL, and we need to pass it the headers that we already have. So when this class is going to do the API, the URL, that's it. So let's summarize this. I am connecting. If there are no errors connecting to this API, I will create a new instance of this inner class that it will pass the base URL. Additionally, but the header that need to be used. In this way, when I call get read, I will just append it. What is the resources that I want, and I will use the same header that were configured there. So let's test it. Mm, and you can tell to get a little bit of intelligence. I can tell this is the type of client. It should be not because we are on very tiny. It
Mm.
should. You should not do that because if you add the type of this one, you are telling the tag connector that should only work with this type of client.
with a specific client.
So the idea is just he knows that he need to work with a client, a connect client. So let's test it. And API dot get breeze. That's the magic. After you connect, you can use the API and just give me all the breeds. And that's it. It's working.
Hmm.
That's it. Okay, we are advancing. So comments so far. What do you think about this?
Okay. I like the way that you're doing the API thing and the API class, and that you're defining the methods of the API specific.
Yeah,
Uh,
actually,
I
actually,
think that.
if
Mhm.
you think we can do it in this way, breed and define here all the methods
Um,
that need to be with breed, and
yeah,
you
if you
can
want to be
define.
more specific.
And yeah, maybe you can have this another one. Let me check. There is there is a method in the cat API called favorite, so we can name it here, and you can have another method here called uh, get only get. Get favorite and get in breed. You are already in breed, so you only need to run get in theory.
In my opinion, if you're doing it like that, the URL should, I mean, the URL that defines the class
Mm,
should
yeah,
include the breeds.
yeah, it's just an idea. It needs a little more fixes, but you get the
Yeah,
concept.
there are purpose. Okay.
Okay, so in this way you can define another one, and you need another method like what I was saying. You can say get images, for example, and this one. This URL is the actually the AI. It was very useful because that's the URL. That is the real URL. So that's the idea.
Oh, is
And
it
if we want,
reading from the internet?
yes, get breed. No, I am using get breed. Why? Let's see, favorite. No, favorite. That one. Actually, that's not the method, but is that's not the endpoint. Is this one? So you see, now everything that the cat connector need, it will be available here.
Through
That's
yeah.
cool.
Hmm.
That's cool. Okay. Now, this is very cool, but another thing that I want to show you that is the use of context manager. How what I did yesterday. This was this one. Let's use a context manager. Let's add the library here. This is not necessary, but it look like more elegant. The code will be more elegant.
Okay.
So I will add in the context manager, and we are going to use a technique is creating a context manager in a method. For example, let's add it here in the connect here. You see? When you do that, you have to use a something called yield. You need to yield instead of return. You make a yield. You know
Mm,
what? Yeah,
mm,
and actually, and additionally, we can add a try catch there.
okay.
Okay,
I didn't know about that context manager.
yeah, you will see in action in a moment. So let's go. So let's move our code here. If something happened when we are connecting, he will raise an error. So I guess we don't. Yes, we need this. Okay, we'll raise an error there. If there are an exception, it will land to this part of code. And here we can write an error, the same error. And We need the finally, finally, because this is the code that it will,
It will run either way.
yeah, we are not going to return. We are going to return none.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, okay, got it. Da, 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 Sales API. Da, 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 da. Okay, this one. Got it. So let's summarize the code. We are using the context miner in order to one, connect to the API. If the response is not 200, we will write an exception that will be land here, or will be trigger the code that is calling this context, right? If nothing of that happen and we cannot connect correctly, we will return none. That's
Mm-hmm.
the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I guess I can leave it that way because if I if I don't expect if the code doesn't get to this point, it will be the same, none.
It
It
will
will
it
be
will be it will return the same. Okay.
yes. So how you can use this one? Wait for me. Where is the code? Okay, now how can we use this? Here in our client, instead of this this code, we will use a statement that you have used it is the with, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That way you are saying with the connect method that is a context manager, I want to do the following, and it will be word the same, but it's more elegant. Why is more elegant? Because this client that has his is actually you are returning here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the idea of the context is something bad happen, you can revert things. You can when uh, let me try to explain. When with when you run this part of the code, you can add a lot of instruction before getting to this point. When the code inside this block ends, you can write code to, for example, upload the client, disconnect from database,
Mm-hmm.
and other things. It's the same like when you use the file open, when you use open.
Yeah.
How, how you using this one?
With mm-hmm. And
So
then you
here,
do that. Mm-hmm.
see, here you write the file, do a lot of
Or read the file.
do something, but the cool thing is you don't have to write the code to close the file because the file is already be closing in this method, right? Using
Yeah, after it
the context.
finishes running
Yeah,
whatever is inside. Mm-hmm.
yeah. And this is the same idea. If this client, for example, is the type database, you can write code that after the connector use the client, you can close the connection.
Mm-hmm.
Or in this case, the API, we don't need to do.
It doesn't have like a
See,
further step to do afterwards.
yeah, in this specific case, we don't need to do nothing. But if
Yeah, I guess you could do it like that so you could make it consistent. I mean, for
mhm,
example, if you have a database, then you will need to use it. So
yeah, let's this and let's test this. It should work.
yeah.
Yeah, it's working. Comment so far. I will have to be a little faster because we have already an hour.
Okay. The idea of the context manager is pretty good. I think as you mentioned in this specific case, maybe we don't need a further step,
Hmm.
like, but because it's an API. But I think if you do the same when you're connecting to a database or when you're connecting to any other source that might need a further step, I think would be a good idea. I think it's making the call a little bit more. Mm, I don't know the word, but it's like separation of concerns. I
Hmm.
I I like it that it's that way. In the beginning, it was just like, okay, we just have this URL, get
Yeah,
whatever, but now it's a little bit more separated between every concern. So I think it's great.
yeah. So, okay, let's move to the next step. It will be faster because we already have
Yeah.
an hour.
So
Let's
I think the next step is like going to the transformation actually, right?
no, yes, and this is I have a question for you. Is
Mm-hmm.
the same mapping data that transform data? You
The,
how's the way that you see is are two separate process or are the same one?
I think would depend how the mapping is being done, but usually if you're doing any kind of transformation, it's a transformation. So if you're mapping it, I mean, if you're reducing for me, it's a transformation, so it should be included here. The first step is just raw data. You don't do anything to it, anything. So mapping, it's doing something.
Okay, for me, is okay. You need to you get the raw data.
Hmm.
Later, you need to map the data. What that's mean to map? For example, maybe the source client has several objects spread in all different nest JSON objects for all places. So you are start to get all that information and creating a unique object.
That's a transformation.
That's a transformation. Okay, got it. Because my idea is that's mapping. Later, you can move that object and pass it to a transformation. That transformation will be, for example, for me, make calculation between
It's a
raw
different
between,
type of
between, between
transformation, but still a transformation. The other one,
oh,
the second one, it's a calculation. It's calculated. I mean, but the first one, it's you are mapping, as you said, the data to the format that you need it, and it could be like extracting specific columns that you actually need. If it's like a JSON, I there is a concept that I don't remember the name, but like expanding the JSON or something. So yeah, that's transformation of the data.
okay, let's call it transformation. That I understand. So the problem that we have right now, if you have code here to transform the data, it will be hard coded and just doing in a unique way. We need to be more flexible. We need to have several transformation strategy based on the context of the data engineer wants to do, right? So how
Mhm.
can we do that? So let's create a another interface called data class, da, 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 and we'll call it connect connector. You know what? I miss the name of this one is wrong, but let's leave it in that way. Connector transformer, and we'll do that the same. And this for this transformer, I will just define a description, and you can put here help, help, text
It
to
sounds to me
describe.
that this is like a
Uh,
factory part or something.
yeah,
You have
that
different
you
transform
need to
transform.
apply. Yeah. And let's say with personal because you have a lot of version of this one, right?
Mm, you could.
Okay, so this is our transformer class. How can we use it? Okay, let's define. We need to apply something. If I remember well, is the strategy pattern is called. Give me a minute. Let's see.
Strategy.
Yes, yes. Okay, sorry. So let's start. So how can we use uh, this one? Okay, first let's go back to our pipeline, and here we need to define a method called I will do it here. Def you will get I don't know get cat connector transformer. And here we are going to bring our interface, and this it will return a transformer. How is it going to work? See, first we will have all our transformers. It will be a dictionary, right? And here we will have all our transformers that we are going to register.
That part is called factory. That's the one I was.
Okay, factory, yeah. And for example, we will have a default transformer.
I'm just gonna grab something outside. I'm gonna be right back.
What? Okay.
I'm
Okay.
I'm just gonna grab something outside
Don't
and
worry.
I'm
I
gonna be
will. I
back.
will. Okay. I will
Okay,
continue.
yeah, it's just gonna be like a
Yeah.
second.
Yeah. Yes. No worry. If we need to define here the name of the transformer that we want to use. Transformer or transformer name. Let's search if transformer name not in our factory, it will throw an error. Oh, no transformer. If not, we're going to return our transformer name. That's it. That's very cool. So that way we can define this method to get our transformer. So
Hmm.
let's define a transformer. A transformer will be another class. Let's say data class, and we'll call it cat trans cat transformer.
Do
I
we
don't
need
know.
to have like that get cat connector transformer name?
Yes, you will see it. Why?
Mm.
That transform type one. I don't know. Type one. And this is it will get it from the, and we can put here the description. Let's say this will create a unique object with all the breeds in one place. One place. This is the version one. So let's create another one. Let's create type two. And we are going to say that then you will get several several objects within one place. And let's say we have a three transformer, three type of transformation. Three. And let's say this will create I don't know. No, this yeah, I know. This will join all the breeds in one place with the current date. No, with a date of last year. This is transformation. So we have three types of transformation. So here
Okay.
in our factory, we can register that. You know, it will be super cool. So we have the type
The type one,
one,
type two, type three.
type three, and type two. And the default, you can set the default to be this one.
The second class that you have for the transform,
Mm-hmm.
it needs to be recalled to two. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we can, and this one it will call it. That's it. So now the idea is when you are defining your pipeline here, you can decide which transformers to use based on the context of what the data analyst is doing, right? Transformer. So the idea is get cat connector transformer. I don't know why this is in uppercase.
Yeah, that's what I was done.
Sorry. And we'll say the type one, the type, type three. So the type three in here, you are going to receive it in the ROM, okay? The transformer and transformer. Actually, you know what?
But it
You
shouldn't be there because you could have multiple transformations.
you
Don't you
can
think?
have multiple transformations. Yeah, you can have multiple transformations.
So what would you provide it in the run? Shouldn't be
Wait,
like
wait.
an array or transformation or
Sorry, I am confused why you're asking.
something? You're adding the transformer name in the run, which
Correct.
has this the whole pipeline, but not necessarily you will only do one transformer. You could do multiple transformations.
Okay, that's a good enhancement. I will do it in the future. But for now, we can we can use
Okay.
we can use only one. Actually, it's easy to fix. I can do only this one, you know, like send an array of transformation that I
Yeah.
want to apply, and this it will be the order. You know what? If we can fix it in this way, and he will return the transformations. Actually, that is a good idea. Transformations, and you will have a transformation, and you will going to receive a list of the string str list. Got it. Transformation and the transform. Additionally to the data, we will receive the transformation that need to apply. And here we can apply we can pass our
Yeah.
transformation to the transformation. And inside the transformation, we can get our transformation that's equal to get trans connector transformer. We can pass the transformation, but like you have a lot of transformers, so we are going to use a for transforming transformation, and we can pass the transformer, and we get the transformer. Wow, transformation current. No, use current transformation formation and 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 I didn't do that, but I will define a method here. Apply maybe this way. I'm going to receive data, and just for the sake of this example, we return it like like it is. because every transformation will be have an apply.
Yeah.
Actually, we can add it to our interface. No, it will be cool.
Hmm. Since you're doing it for everything.
Yeah, yeah. And now, and now we can apply our transformation, current transformation dot apply to the data that we are receiving. And how can I wait for me to the same data, right? I need to transform data.
Mm.
I am thinking you have changed my approach, so I am thinking how to adapt it. So we are changing data. So it will be this way data, and here we are transform the data. We are getting the transform data. The first time we'll get the first time of the four we'll get the raw data. Actually, I will call it raw data to be
Hmm.
consistent raw data. And the first time we'll go the first data. Later for each transformer, it will apply the transformation. Later we are going to return the transformation and that's working. Okay, any comments so far? Okay, we have no problem. Call, apply. Yeah, sorry, I forget always forget the cell.
You added a space in the second apply.
Second apply. Wait, where?
Oh yeah, no, not nothing, nothing.
It's working. We are transforming the data. So, and thanks
Woo!
to you, and thanks to your suggestion, we are applying multiple transformation. I will add that to my current job because in my current job I only apply one. But if you're sure, we can apply a lot of transformations.
Mhm.
But
Uh-huh.
if the transformation are very heavy in performance, maybe maybe I don't know. I would think
I
about
mean,
it,
you
but
can only have one transformation, but the purpose of the pipeline is to do the transformations within the pipeline because then you will need to run it every time you need to transform something, and that doesn't make any sense.
yeah, all right. So that's it. And the last part is create a client to save the data. So let's fake it. I don't want to spend much time from you. And let's create let's say a data class and we create a Postgres SQL client, and it will the type connector. And here, let's copy how we do it. Because and this is the magic of the client. You have the name, you have the type, and here we can put the host of the Postgres. I don't know. Let's say local host. Da, 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 da. This is the host, and we don't need this one. And Uh, actually, we need this to get the configuration. No, actually, we don't need this because the configuration, the config is already on the base class. Let's go
Hmm.
to connect.
If you want it to be like, you should have like database and then the type, like another class that inherits Postgres or
Yeah, here
Oracle.
Yeah, let's do it here. Here is the code to connect. I won't do that because we are very late on time. They connect to
Oh yeah,
database,
yeah.
blah 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 da, da, da. If the connection is okay, is successful, so here we are going to return the DB client. That's it. So here we are going to fake it in this way. Let's say this has a tell me one method of Postgres to save data. I don't know. We'll call it save, and
You should
that's it.
like create or something. Like create.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Create. Let's say this is the client, and delete and edit. I don't know. Let's say this creating so this data. It's complaining about why. Okay, that's it. So this is our process. So in order to use it, this is the source client. This is the source client, and now we need to create our destination client, and this is a Postgres client with a configuration. And let's say here you have the local hosting, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, cool, cool. So it's working. So in our run of our connector now, because if you see, this is like the orchestrator is doing that's function destination because we can, if you think a little bit, we can delete this method and actually do this type of orchestration here. In that way,
Yeah.
we can change the order because with this method, we are fixing
The order to
the
what
order.
to
Yeah.
the method, right?
See,
Yeah,
the,
you're
the,
right.
or, the order of the step of the pipeline. But if
Mm-hmm.
we use it here, we can change it. But
Mm-hmm.
that's the idea. Oh, we have
That's
the
the next step.
yeah destination. We go destination file. That's it. Now our load method we will receive uh, wait, we receive the destination client net and we can pass it here and here. That's it. And if we get the data, we can just call the destination client, and this we can call the create method. Create. That's it. It should work. Actually, let's bring all together. Uh, saving, saving data, deleting data, and editing data. That's it. Let's run it. Okay, this set. Ah, Postgres objects in the subscribable. Why? Why? Definition is in the line 151. Oh yeah, sorry. Yes, 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 yes. You know what? You know why it's not working? Because I'm not returning self here. Well, that's the
Mm.
idea. No? Yeah, yes, that's the idea because I was faking it. Let me print what I am getting. Actually, I am getting the. Oh, you know why it's not happening? Because I am not using with. We are not connected. You're not connecting. Yes, we need to connect first to the client. And now we will have access to all the methods that we need to save the data. Here, you
Yeah.
see?
Hmm.
That's it. That's it. That's working
And
fine.
then you can print, create, and
Yeah, create. Let's save the data. So saving data. That's it. So this is
woo!
our simple pipeline. We have a connector that can use any source of client, can apply any type of transformation or multiple transformation, and can save to any destination. Wow, cool.
Yes. It was pretty
Okay.
great, actually. I
Huh?
think it was great. I think it just needs a little bit. I'm in the part of the destination part because of time, but I
Yeah.
think it's fine.
But this is the actually this is the basic idea. You know, after
Hmm.
you can take this code and improve it and adding a lot
Yeah.
of validation, adding more interfaces, maybe adding a lot of a better folder structure or whatever. But this is the basic idea. This is no, with this you can create anyone. Actually, uh, if someone is watching this video, um, this method is like the orchestration. If you need additional feature of the orchestration part, you can use tools like Airflow or Daxter, and you will only need to call this method, and will be work
Hmm.
great. That-
Woohoo!
That's it.
That's great. Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Okay, great, and thanks for watching me.